What a pitcher's duel to start the ALCS, as we saw the Rangers and the Astros, two very high-powered offenses, match up in Houston. Evan Carter sneaks the first ball by the first baseman, and he gets to second on a hustle double. This is actually a huge hit early in the game from the rookie, Evan Carter. I mean, that's how you get it done, with a hustle double that sets your team up to get on the board early, especially with a great hitting catcher and Jonah Heim stepping up to the plate. And he does his job. He laces it out into center, and Evan Carter scores because he's a super fast, athletic rookie, and that's what he does. And that's just a great piece of hitting right there from Jonah Heim as he gets the Rangers on top early. And then Josh Young pokes one out there for another knock. Verlander getting touched up a little bit early, but luckily for him, he has Simeon coming up, which is actually not luckily for him, but he ends up getting Simeon out there with the bases loaded and 2 outs. So on to the top of the fifth we go, where Leody Taveras would step into the plate, and he would make a difference with that swing. He absolutely crushes it, extends the Rangers' lead to 2-0. Taveras absolutely murdered that ball, and the Rangers take a 2-0 lead from their 9-hole. Leody Taveras going yard, and they talked about this on the broadcast. The 8 and 9 hole in this lineup is elite, especially compared to the Astros, who have Maldonado, who's a lost cause of the plate. And Abreu punches out there as Montgomery was absolutely dicing as he makes another good play there. He was great on the bump all night on defense, and then he gets McCormick to ground out to third to Josh Young here. So the Rangers head into the 7th inning. They've got the lead 2-0. Now it's all about holding on to it. But Verlander was frustrated, and you could tell as he comes out with a vengeance in this inning. That was a great pitch. He just missed that pitch. And then he goes upstairs to low, punches his ticket, and then up steps Josh Young, and he punches his ticket too to get to 5 punchies. He was looking good at the end, as Verlander always does. Sometimes he falters early, but he can really settle in late in games. Taveras, who went yard off him last time, punches one out into center field. He's 2 for 2 with a home run, a single, and a walk. Taveras had an absolutely amazing game, so that's where the day would be done for Justin Verlander, as they would head to Hector Neris in the bullpen, because I think that's a good move. You got to keep this close. You got to use your guys, and he gets Simeon out on a pop-up there, over there to Abreu. And so it would be headed back to Monty in the bottom of the 7th, and he's been absolutely dicing all game, and he would be facing Mauricio Dubon, who punches one out into center, but it's caught by Taveras out there in center, and that's when Bruce Bochy knew Jordan Montgomery's day was done. But if they were in Texas, then he would have gotten an absolute round of applause for that amazing pitching performance. But he shuts down Houston in Houston, gets Yordan Alvarez to punch out twice, gets him out all 3 times with an electric performance against Alvarez, who's one of the best hitters in the playoffs. I think he might be the best player that is left in the playoffs. Altuve gets the walk there, gets on first. Chapman, who has had struggles in Houston, oh boy, everyone thought that was gone for Bregman, but Evan Carter back on the track, and he makes an amazing catch, gets it back in, and they touch second because they don't think Altuve had touched second. He rounded second, but did not, when he came back, did not touch second. And they get him on the replay review, as you can see, is he crosses second and his foot does not come back to touch the bag. That's part of the reason he made it back, and he gets called out there. And you're going to be seeing that distraught Altuve face on Instagram a lot if the Astros do not win this series. And then Chapman gets Alvarez out, and he gets out of the 8th. And so they go to Jose Leclerc, who they've pitched in every single 9th inning this entire playoff. And Leclerc is ready to shut the door, and he does it. Absolute gas in there for Jose Leclerc as he shuts the door, and the Rangers win 2-0.